and welcome to the Bonefish Grill Floor Care Procedures Training video. We begin with the procedures for nightly maintenance. Nightly maintenance, Step 1, dust mopping. Products required: small toy or corn broom, lobby dustpan, or plastic dustpan. Nightly maintenance begins after the restaurant closes and the staff has completed their nightly cleanup. Once the removal of all chairs and stools has been completed, we begin by sweeping under each table to clear out any large debris. Once all large debris has been removed, the entire restaurant floor should be dust mopped using an untreated or water-based treated dust mop. Once all debris and particles have been removed from the floors are now ready to be cleaned and degreased with Lemonol. Lemonol has been formulated to degrease the floors without dulling or damaging the Bonefish Grill floor finish. Nightly maintenance, Step 2, cleaning, degreasing with Lemonol. Products required: Lemonol, mop, bucket, and wringer. The proper dilution of Lemonol will ensure optimal results. The correct dilution is 30:1, or 4 ounces of Lemonol to each gallon of warm water. Over-dilution will result in the solution's inability to remove all of the grease from the floor. Under-dilution will result in a residue being left on the floor, which will then require rinsing. Use the following chart as your guide. Condition of floor. Under normal conditions, dilute 4 ounces of Lemonol to 1 gallon of hot water. For severe greasy or spotty conditions, dilute 8 ounces of Lemonol to 1 gallon of hot water. A rinse with plain cold water is recommended after using this stronger dilution. Be sure to wring out the mop well so that you do not over-wet the floor. Lemonol will work quickly. By using less water and reducing dwell time, you will prevent the water from finding its way into crevices in the floor. This will eliminate the potential for water damage, such as cupping and warping. The solution should always remain clean. Judge the contents of your bucket carefully. When the solution becomes murky, dump out the solution, refill, and properly dilute and resume mopping. Now that the floor has been properly cleaned, you are ready to proceed with the nightly burnishing process. Nightly maintenance, Step 3, burnishing with Top Guard. Products required: Top Guard burnishing pads, propane burnisher. Top Guard is a patented pre-burnishing agent that Bonefish Grill requires as part of their floor care process. It will not create dust when burnished, nor will it build up on the floors. It works with Bonefish Grill floor finish to enhance the finish's natural durability and increase scuff, scratch, and black heel mark resistance. Top Guard will also significantly increase the floor's slip resistance, making the floor much safer. Regular use of Top Guard will help you create floors with incredible gloss. The dilution of Top Guard is very important. It can be used both as a mop-on and spray-on application. When Top Guard is used in a mop-on application, the correct dilution is 2 ounces of Top Guard to 1 gallon of water. Use the patented measuring chamber of the Top Guard bottle and measure it out in the proper dilution. The size of most Bonefish grills will require approximately 2 gallons of water to cover the entire restaurant. Simply fill your bucket with 2 gallons of water and add 4 ounces of Top Guard. Top Guard should be applied thinner than a coat of floor finish. Make sure to wring the mop out well. Best results are achieved with a propane burnisher and the Top Guard burnishing pads. Top Guard will dry very quickly. Allow the floor to dry completely before you begin burnishing. Walk at a comfortable pace with the burnisher, overlapping with each pass to ensure an even gloss throughout the restaurant. At times when a propane burnisher is not available, TopGuard can be used with a battery or ultra-high-speed electric burnisher. When using a battery or electric burnisher, TopGuard can be used both as a mop-on pre-burnishing agent or as an ultra-high-speed spray buff. When TopGuard is used as an ultra-high-speed spray buff, it should be diluted 1 ounce per quart spray bottle. Simply squeeze out 1 ounce into the measuring chamber and add cold water to the fill line. One 32-ounce spray bottle should cover approximately 1,200 square feet. TopGuard should be sprayed onto the floor in a stream. As you burnish, the TopGuard burnishing pad will evenly spread the TopGuard over the floor. When utilizing TopGuard as an ultra-high-speed burnishing spray, you should begin burnishing the floor while it is still wet. For optimal results, the TopGuard burnishing pads should be used. The nightly maintenance is now complete and the floor should have a beautiful high gloss. By performing this simple two-step process each night after closing, you are guaranteed to have incredibly shiny, safe, and durable floors for years and years to come. Periodic maintenance. The recommended periodic maintenance for Bonefish Grill requires a monthly scrub and recoat. For this procedure, you will need Lemonol, blue or green scrubbing or cleaning pads, and Bonefish Grill floor finish. Monthly or periodic maintenance program, scrub and recoat. Floors in restaurants are typically subject to unique wear and tear not found in other types of facilities. Constant movement of chairs, stools, food grease, and the daily movement of fixtures and furniture take a severe toll on the floor finish. For these reasons, Bonefish Grill requires a monthly scrub and recoat. The scrub and recoat process includes a thorough cleaning of the floor and the removal of the topmost layer of floor finish. Once the top layer has been removed, it is then replaced with a single coat of finish. By following the simple scrub and recoat process, you will ensure that your floor always has the recommended 4 coats of finish at all times throughout the year. This will result in a consistent high gloss appearance for the wood floor. Before any finish can be applied to the floor, the top layer must be removed. You will use Lemonol at an increased concentration to accomplish this task. The first step is to prepare the Lemonol dilution. Mix the Lemonol at a dilution of 15:1 or 8 ounces of Lemonol per gallon of hot water. Next, damp mop the solution onto the floor. Do not over-wet the floor. Once the solution is applied to the floor, allow 2 to 3 minutes of dwell time before you begin scrubbing to remove the top layer of finish. Use a blue or green scrubbing pad and scrub the floor in a manner consistent with the removal of 1 coat of finish. To do this, move the machine at a moderate pace from one area to the next. Once you finish scrubbing, remove the slurry from the floor with a wet, dry vacuum. After the scrubbing is complete and the slurry has been removed, you must rinse to make sure the floor is free of all residue. 2 cold water rinses are recommended. Once you have completed the second rinse, you must wait for the floor to dry completely. Now that the floor is completely dry, you are ready to apply a single coat of Bonefish Grill floor finish. When applied during a scrub and recoat, coverage of the finish is approximately 2,200 square feet per gallon. Apply the finish with a nylon cotton blend mop or flat mop system to ensure the application of an even, streak-free coat. Once the finish has been applied, allow for as much time as possible before returning any furniture to the freshly coated floor. Due to time constraints, a floor fan may be utilized to speed up the drying time. If one is used, it should be placed so that it does not blow directly onto the newly applied floor finish. So far, we have reviewed the nightly and periodic maintenance procedures. We will finish the training with a look at the annual and restorative maintenance strip out. For this procedure, you will need the following products: Bonefish Grill Clear Stripper Concentrate, Bonefish Grill Floor Finish, Doodlebug Pads, Sunglow Spray Strip, and a black stripping pad. At the time of installation, the wood floors and Bonefish grills were coated with a high-gloss, protective, moisture-cured urethane. The proper stripping procedure will ensure that this coating remains intact and will prevent water damage from occurring. The annual strip out begins with the complete removal of the existing Bonefish Grill floor finish. For this procedure, you will use Bonefish Grill Clear Stripper Concentrate and Sunglow Spray Strip. The first step is to spray Sunglow Spray Strip to the edges. Allow it to sit for 2 to 3 minutes. Then use Doodlebug pads and scrapers where necessary to remove finish from the edges. If proper maintenance is followed throughout the year, there should be no significant buildup on the edges. Once the edges have been properly stripped, you can now focus on the restaurant's main floors. Bonefish Grill Clear Stripper Concentrate is highly concentrated and requires minimal dwell time. Strippers should be diluted at a 12:1 dilution or 10 ounces per gallon of hot water. Use your mop to apply the stripper in small defined areas, approximately 15 feet by 15 feet. Be sure to keep away from edges when applying stripper to the floor. This will prevent the stripper from seeping under the bar or seating areas where it may cause damage. The stripper works very quickly, requiring only a short dwell time of 2 to 3 minutes, but never allow it to sit for more than 5 minutes. Next, use a stripping pad to remove all of the finish from the floor. To do this, move the machine at a moderate pace from one area to the next. Remove all of the slurry from the current area and move on to the next 15 by 15 foot space. Once the entire floor has been stripped and all slurry removed, rinse the floor 2 times with clean water. All stripping residue must be completely removed from the floor. The floor must be completely dry before the finish can be applied. When applying the finish during the strip out, coverage is approximately 2,200 square feet per gallon. Apply the finish with a nylon cotton blend mop or a similar flat mop system. You must wait a minimum of 30 minutes between coats to allow for ample drying time. The floor maintenance program requires 4 coats of finish. Apply only 2 to 3 coats in one evening. This is done to ensure enough drying time before the floor is subjected to the daily traffic. You should plan to apply any remaining coats within the next week, as this will prevent any significant wear or damage to the base coats. It is very important to allow as much time as possible before returning any furniture to the freshly coated floor. A floor fan may be used to help speed up the drying time. If one is used, it should be placed so that it does not blow directly onto the newly applied floor finish. After the completion